my name's Nina and welcome to today's Pilates class, which is ideal for people who are flexible like me and also beginners in Pilates. Let's begin today's class by placing our arms on the lower part of our rib cage, and let's breathe in through our nose and feel our rib cage expand into our hands, and breathe out through our mouth and feel our rib cage contract. So let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. From here, let's roll down onto our backs. Roll down onto a mat or a soft surface, and let's warm up our body by placing our arms in the air, palms facing each other, a slight bend in the elbow, and let's take both arms above our head towards the floor. Only go as far as you can without lifting your back or ribs off the mat, and then return our arms to centre. So let's take our arms above our head and then back to centre. Let's take our arms above our head and then back to centre. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's place our arms down beside us. Let's straighten out both legs and point our toes, and let's warm up our legs. So let's lift our right leg up and then down. Lift our left leg up and then down. Lift our right leg up and then down. Lift our left leg up and then down. Lift our right leg up and then down. Lift our left leg up and then down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Let's now combine our arms and legs. So lift your arms in the air, palms facing each other. Make sure your shoulders are down from your ear and back, so there's no tension in your upper back. And then let's lift our right leg up, take our arms behind our head, and then return. Let's lift our left leg and return. Lift our right leg and return. And lift our left leg and return. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn our arms down to the mat, and then let's bring our knees in towards us. And let's do a shoulder bridge. So shuffle your heels in towards your bum so that you can tickle the backs of your heels. Your knees are hip distance apart. Your shoulders are down and back, so there's no tension in your shoulders. Place your arms down beside you. And then when we're ready, we're going to push through our heels and squeeze our glutes. We're going to tilt our pelvis up so that we imprint our lower back into the mat, and then we're going to slowly peel our back off the mat. So the lower back first, then the mid back, then the upper back, until our hips are in alignment with our shoulders and also our knees, and our weight of our body is in our shoulders and not our neck. And then from here we're going to roll back down. So we're going to slowly lower our back down to the mat. So upper back first, then mid back, then lower back, and then release your pelvis to the neutral position. So once again, let's push through our heels, squeeze our glutes, tilt your pelvis so that you imprint your lower back in the mat. As you then slowly peel your back off the mat, so lower back first, then mid back, and then upper back. And your weight goes into your shoulders and not your neck. And then when we're in a nice shoulder bridge, we've got a line running through our knees, our hips and our shoulders. Let's raise both of our arms in the air, and let's take both arms above our head. And then let's take our arms all the way down to the hips. So take our arms above our head and then all the way down to our hips. Keep squeezing your glutes to keep your hips up high. So take your arms above your head and then down to your hips. So take your arms above your head and then down to your hips. Above your head and then hips. Above your head and then your hips. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning our arms down to the mat beside us. Squeeze through your glutes, push through your heels to keep your hips nice and high, and then let's lift both heels off the mat and then down. Let's lift and then down. Let's lift and down and lift and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing our arms in the air again, palms facing each other. Let's take our hips down to the mat and then push back up. So let's go down and then squeeze your glutes back up. So down and up and down and up. Down and up and down and up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's progress that move if you can by lifting both heels off the mat and then take your hips down and then up, down and then up, down and then up, and down and then up. For 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Return your heels down to the mat, place your arms down beside you, squeeze your glutes, push through your heels, and let's just hold the nice shoulder bridge for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Before we lower our back down to the mat, so upper back first, mid back, and then lower back, return to the mat, and then release your pelvis back to the neutral position. From here, let's roll onto our side and let's work our legs. So straighten your arm out in front of you. Keep your bottom leg bent, lift your top leg to hip height, push your hip away from you so that you engage your entire body, and there's a nice line running from your ankles through to your knees, your hips, and all the way up to your shoulders. Place your hand down in front of you to give you some stability. Point your toes and let's do some small leg circles. So with the top leg, circle the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and let's reverse again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the top leg down on the mat in front of you, straighten out your bottom leg, point the toes of your bottom leg, lift your leg and your foot off the mat, and let's do some small leg circles with the bottom leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your lower leg down on the mat. Let's now move to a side lift. So lift your body up, place your forearm down on the mat, push your legs back, tilt your hips forward so that your knees, hips and shoulders are all in alignment. So you may need to just push your hips forward. Make sure that your elbow is directly under your shoulder, and then what we're going to do, we're going to lift our hips off the mat by pushing through our forearm and also our legs and hips. Let's lift our arm in the air, and then when our body's all in alignment, let's lift the hip and then down. So let's lift and down and lift and down. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and the last one. Let's now progress that move to a leg lift. So straighten your arm out on the mat, rest your head down on your arm, put your front hand and arm in front of you to give you some stability. Put your legs together, so squeeze your thighs, your knees and your ankles together to give you some stability. And we're going to lift both legs off the mat. So when we're ready, let's lift and then down. So let's lift and then down. Let's lift and then down and lift and then down. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and the last one. Returning our legs down to the mat, let's push up and let's change sides. So straighten out your arm on the mat, rest your head on your arm. Your top leg is bent to give you some stability. Lift your top leg at hip height, push your hip away from you so that you engage all of your body and you're not slumping into the mat. We've got a nice line running from your ankles to your knees, to your hips, all the way up to your shoulders. Place your arm down in front of you to give you some stability, and let's do some leg circles. So point the top leg, and then let's do some small leg circles, keeping the bottom leg bent for stability. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse one last time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Place the top leg on the mat in front of you, straighten out your bottom leg, point your toes, lift your leg and your foot off the mat, and let's do some small leg circles with the bottom leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Place your bottom leg down on the mat, and then let's push up and let's do the side lifts. So place your forearm down on the mat, push your knees back, push your hips forward so that there's a nice line running from your knees to your hips to your shoulders, so you're all in alignment. Your elbow is directly under your shoulder, and then when we're ready, lift our arm in the air, and we're going to lift our hip off the mat by pushing through our forearm and also our hip and our legs. So when we're ready, let's lift and then down, and let's lift and then down. Let's lift and then down, and lift, and then down. Let's do 4 3 and 2 and 1. Let's now do the leg lifts. So place your arm down on the mat, rest your head on your arm, put your knees and your legs together, so squeeze your ankles, your knees, your thighs together so that they're all in alignment. Place your hand down in front of you to give you some stability, and then when we're ready, both legs off the mat and then down. So we're going to lift and then down. We're going to lift and then down and lift and then down for 4 and 3 and 2 and the last one. Let's now roll onto our front and let's do the Pilates leg kick. So place both forearms down on the mat. Your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Your legs are hip distance or mat distance apart, whatever's comfortable for you. Look down between your hands so that you're not looking up and giving yourself neck strain. Engage your core by gently pulling in your belly button to protect your lower back. Press your thighs into the mat to give you some stability. Point the toes on your feet, and then when we're ready, bring your right leg in towards your bum. Kick, kick, and down. Left leg, kick, kick, and down. Right leg, kick, kick, and down. Left leg, kick, kick, and down. Right leg, kick, kick, and down. Left leg, kick, kick, and down. Right leg, kick, kick, and down. Left leg, kick, kick, and down. Right leg, kick, kick, and down. Left leg, kick, kick, and down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, let's lower our head down to the mat. I like to use a towel to rest my head on. So just lower your head down to the mat. Place your arms down beside you and let's just work our legs. So let's lift our right leg up and then down. Left leg up and then down. Right leg up and then down. Left leg up and then down. Let's now lift both legs off the mat. So let's lift and down and lift and down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's now place our arms down beside us and let's finish class by working our arms. So let's lift our arms up and down and up and down and up and down, up and down and up and down. Let's do 2 more and the last one. Let's now place our arms in the air and then let's turn our arms so our palms face the ground and then back to the ceiling. So to the ground and then the ceiling, to the ground and ceiling, ground and ceiling for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Keeping our arms raised and the palms to the sky, let's pulse the arms, little small movements up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let's lower our arms down to the mat and then let's push up and return back to the seated position that we started today's class in. So thank you for joining me for today's Pilates workout. I hope you've enjoyed the class and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.